Hey guys, it's Squid. Welcome back to my channel for what is actually going to be the last stream in this house. But I just got off streaming with Slug, and then when I was on with Slug, we were reading Destiny's lawsuit. If y'all don't know, Destiny is being sued for distributing revenge corn. If you know, you know. So we are this will be my yes, a quickie. Pun kind of intended. Um, both. In this case, it's both. Yeah, but it's what the hails, because I don't like to type out what the hails every time. But we have about, we're just going to make this about 20 minutes, because I should really be packing right now. However, this requires some what the hails in itself. Oh boy, and it's only 5 pages, and this was filed today. Hey Max Lab, thank you for sending me this. I appreciate it. Oh, it's saving me time. It's saving me time and not having to get the document myself right now. It's a squiddy quickie. Yep, this is my last stream in this setup. I was in the process of tearing down, and I'm like, you know what? I just have to read it, because otherwise I'm going to be days behind. And yeah. So once again, you notice how he doesn't put his Gainesville division right there. I think he leaves that out on purpose. I would like to see some of his other documents from any other case that he's done ever, and see what if he misses that. We are moving in like 12 hours. The movers will be here tomorrow morning. And Sonia, Chris, thank you for the gifted 5 Squid Pro Quo memberships. I don't have my chat up, so I cannot see who they went to, but if you got one of those memberships, give Chris a good thank you. All right. Motion for reconsideration. Reorder 66 and request for a remote hearing. Pursuant to Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 60B1 and 6, the defendant moved for a reconsideration of Order 66 because they relied on Order 53, in which the court stated there would be a hearing on the remaining objections to the plaintiff's discovery request. Following an ordered phone conference, no hearing was held. Oi, oi, oi. Yes. I'm moving now. You can see the stuff on that shelf is disappearing. I don't have my other light on because I unplugged it. Good morning. So, yeah, that's probably a good, yeah. I don't know if, I don't remember. I think it was 74 through 78 that were stricken. 66 is way back there. Order 66, are they wiping out the dead? Can't wait on this case, so you'll be so far behind. Yes, that's the problem, is like I'm so far behind. If it worse comes to worse, I'm gonna fire up my laptop and do that. But my laptop's in a box. I don't even have my laptop out. But we are having an unpacking party on Saturday morning with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and I can't wait because they're just gonna help us take stuff out of boxes. All right. Memorandum in support of motion for reconsideration, Reorder 66, and request for a remote hearing. Rule 60B1 warrants reconsideration in cases of surprise, and 60B6 for, quote, any other reason that justifies relief. Order 66 overruled objections to 3 of plaintiff's document requests 5, 11, and 12, without addressing amended objections served following the conference with plaintiff's counsel that was ordered because he refused to immediately confirm it prior to being ordered to. Sorry, I just had to cry. You should stream the unpacking party. I would, except for my in-laws did not sign up to be YouTubers, so I just don't want to yeah, pretty much. Wah. And hello, how are you tonight? This is going to be a quick one. Mr. Squid took the golf cart and some stuff to the new house. He should be back soon, and we need to finish packing because we have a kitchen to finish. Order number 66. Okay. Order number 53 stated, if the parties are unable to resolve the issue raised in the motion, counsel should expect that a hearing will be scheduled shortly after defendant's response is filed. It was thus a complete surprise when the 3 remaining objections were overruled without any hearing or discussion of the request, contents, or the substance of the amended objections which were submitted in response to the motion to compel per Order 53. The plaintiff's counsel explicitly agreed during the January 9th phone conference that based on Order 53, amended responses would serve the following the 7.1b phone conference and in place of the original ones. Following that conference, amended responses and objections were served. Before then, meaningful responses were impossible. I think that's I think that's it too. Should, not will, but I don't have the original document up and I don't have the time to go look for it. And hey, Spawn Trooper, how are you tonight? He just does not give up. Does not. Like, just when you think it can't get any sillier, because documents 53 and 66 were a long time ago. Well, a few weeks. So if he wanted this, he should have filed this back then. Nevertheless, no hearing was scheduled, and the court overruled the objections to 5, 11, and 12 without addressing their substance based on original objections when the plaintiff's counsel was refusing to confer. English is hard, leading to Order number 53. For the court to overrule substantive objections made in reliance on A, the court's prior order that a hearing would be held, and B, the plaintiff's counsel expresses agreement to accept amended responses, constitutes fair surprise and disregards the fully briefed amended responses that were prepared and served in expectation of a hearing on the merits of the objections. It prejudices the defendant's ability to determine what, if any, gotta hate that phrase, documents can possibly be produced in fulfillment of these 3 requests and leaves them open to the constant threats of the plaintiff's counsel to file motions for sanctions. You should be sanctioned for so many reasons. But that's, McDreamy is not going to like this one. Oh. And Sticky Widget, thank you for the 5 gifted Squid Pro memberships. And I think either Megan or Tug are streaming tonight. I'm not really sure who. But I will be done before them. I fully expect to be done before them. It's like this is just going to give the judge a headache. And you don't give someone that good looking a headache and expect nothing in return. The requests in question are designed to harass and vex the defendant and invade their privacy. 2 of the 3 requests seeks records of all phone calls made and received by the defendant since January 1st, 2020. How is it possible to even respond to these other than to say that's impossible to produce? It's not impossible to produce. You go to the phone carrier, say AT&T or Verizon, and you say, I want all phone records in an email by this date. Or you go on their website and you get them yourself. It's not hard. A little time consuming, yes, but not hard. And what possible purpose can such a request serve other than to, if somehow fulfilled, call any numbers they choose to find out whatever they can about the defendants from whomever may answer on the other end? No, you dumb motherfucker. It's to figure out, did they call whatnot? Who did they call? They're not going to take when you call Domino's on a Friday night. Like, nobody gives a shit about that. It's, did they call whatnot? Did they try to contact anyone at Facebook? Like, Jesus, Pete, you dumb motherfucker. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, this is just like he's taking common sense and throwing it out the window. Like, common sense. Like, I said this in the whole Destiny lawsuit thing, because the Destiny lawsuit was he's being sued for revenge for leaking a sex tape, basically, from him and another streamer. But I'm not a fan of Destiny. I think he's a nitwit. However, um, he always tells people how they should act, what they should do, what morals they should have. It's always the people who scream at you what morals you should have or that have the worst morals. When someone instantly thinks negative about someone and their intentions, not everybody is like you, Bruce. Not everybody is as unethical and shitty of a human being as you. And that's my opinion. So stick it up your rear end. Um yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like if you not everybody has nefarious intentions when given phone records. They're looking for specific things and they're going to see for specific things. They don't care about if you called Diane down the street and wanted to get, a drink. Who cares? They care about if I'm my big thing would be whatnot. Or the any other sponsors and or contacts that Jeremy may do business with. Like this is just yo. Like I just can't. Like this one just set me off. Like, dude. Like, will they reach medical providers? Here's the thing. If they do reach medical providers, you dumb motherfucker, there's this thing called HIPAA that the doctors can't release any information anyway. So who the fuck cares if they call your damn doctor's office? The doctor can't do anything. She's in the other room playing, but I'm pretty sure her first phrase that is actually super intelligible is going to be "for fuck's sake." Family members, friends, enemies, pizza takeout. Oh, I didn't even read this, and that nobody knows, and the plaintiff doesn't either. No, I'm sure they're looking for specific things. Specific things. Tell us how you really feel. She's and that too. But from phone records, you can't get where they were. That's just the phone records. The metadata can probably give that, but they just if they're just asking for the phone records, you can't give that. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. It is ludicrous for a party to invade years of their opponent's private phone records without even explaining what evidence they reasonably expect to find. Before such burdensome, vexatious, invasive, and impossible to fulfill discovery requests are upheld or objections overruled, the plaintiff should at least be required to explain the purpose of their requests, how they are tailored to discover relevant evidence, and how they expect the request to be fulfilled. No, that right there is your job. Your job to figure out how the requests need to be fulfilled. It's not Randy's job to tell you how to do your job. That you tell me you're incompetent without telling me. Like, oh, yeah, and I believe so. It's 2021. Yeah, I believe it's 2021. Well, I know that they can that's the metadata, but just the phone records, like if I were to go for my phone records, the last time I printed out my phone records for somebody, it just says who called, who received it, and how long the call lasts. I would need the actual like metadata to get the yeah. It sounds like a completely different person and written differently. My spidey sense is kicking in. I feel a disturbance in the force. Well, the thing is the only thing I have a problem or I think about is does packing and moving boxes and moving workout equipment count? I moved all my workout equipment, so there's that. Yeah, and this too. There is no court cases quoted or referenced. And that's a Bubbles hallmark. So it's like I think he wrote this, but I think he had help of the contents. I think he actually did the writing, but like the actual like ideas to put in there were not his. But it does sound like, this sounds like him. Like as it stands, there has been no explanation provided and none required by the court, despite indicating there would be a hearing on remaining objections. But the fact that it's been, I think, weeks since document 53, Um, it's it it does strike me as somebody else told him to do this. Uh, like this is his writing, but it was somebody else's idea because he would have done this weeks ago if given the opportunity to complain then. Um, in efforts to avoid filling the present request, the undersigned has repeatedly 6 times asked the plaintiff's counsel, beginning immediately after Order 66, to specify what documents would fill 5, 11, and 12, so that the undersigned could determine if such were within the defendant's possession, custody, or control. The undersigned asks if the plaintiff seeks a signed authorization to obtain call logs from cell providers or what else would fulfill the requests, and plaintiff's counsel has refused to respond other than read the definitions. Jeez. And hey, Zach, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Correct, but they were asking for both. Okay, I can't remember right now. So much has happened. So much has happened. Oh, so much has happened. And when you're reading documents in numerous cases, like I'm reading documents from 4 different cases weekly, um, Ruby Frankie, the FAA lawsuit, this one, and the random fourth that pops in or has a new document. You get kind of dates start to get convoluted. And I packed up my planner that has all my dates in it. So it's yeah. Therein lies the thing. The $1 million yeah, no mention of YouTube content yet. Like that too. Y'all aren't wrong. Uh The discovery order necessitated by the plaintiff's counsel initially refused to engage in meaningful 7.1b conference before filing a motion to compel. Only after number 53 did the plaintiff's counsel finally confer and insisted on recording the call. Yes, because you are an unreliable and unethical piece of crap, in my opinion. So, so I would want to record every phone call with you too, because I trust you about as far as I can throw you, because you have the ethics of you are an Amber Heard. Let's put that way. I'm going to start calling you an Amber Heard. Amber 2.0. In reliance on the court's statement that a hearing would be held on the remaining objections, the undersigned served amended objections. It was a complete surprise when Order 66 was issued without any hearing or discussion of the requests on contents or the substance of objections, because your objections didn't have any substance and were without merit. Oh my goodness. Conclusion. Based on the foregoing, the defendants respectfully request reconsideration following a remote hearing on objections to 5, 11, and 12. Jesus. Certification of service. So yeah, there is that. So if that wasn't migraine inducing enough, I apologize. I hope I did not give anybody a migraine with that. It's a thing. Tess, breathe. Yeah, it's a thing. All right, I'm looking to Tug doesn't come up on my like upcoming streams for redirect. So umbrella. Nothing. So I don't know. Yeah. No, Bubbles is nothing like Amber. She's nuts, but at least she's hot. Bubbles, well, that ugly shout out of him. Dan Davis, how are you doing? Thank you for the $2 super chat. Hello, Squid. Holy stupidity. It's not just for breakfast anymore. Yep. I'll check, Megan. None of them, they don't come up on my, well, it's, I don't know. The weirdest people come up on my stuff now. So, Megan. Megan has the only Megan stream that comes up is her retro trial. I think that's tomorrow morning. So she's doing the um killer nanny or falsely accused, the trial that Vices was covering when he passed away. So it's there. It doesn't come up anymore. Shizzy's does though. Megan Fox. Yep, the only one. Oh, wait. Let's see. I don't know. So the only one for Megan Fox that comes up is Tug at 8. Tug doesn't come up on my stuff. Oh, there we go. That took way too much time to try to search for. Yeah, they're usually 10 to 15 minutes late, but I have it set up to redirect to Tug. Y'all have a great night, and thank you for joining me in the last stream with my gray room, my gray curtains, and my gray walls. The last one. And Mr. Squid is home. So on that note, I have to get back to packing. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you in a few days. Hopefully not as hopefully the audio won't be too bad when we first get there because it's hardwood floors versus, the carpet. So we'll see what happens. But y'all have a great night. Tell Tug I sent you. Bye.